Hello everyone, today we will be doing a review of the brand new Defa Lucy collector doll. Don't worry, I'm still making a video on how to restore a Tammy doll. Just got this doll in the mail, so I wanted to review it while my hype was still there, because if not, who knows whenever I would have gotten around to reviewing her. But rest assured, Tammy is coming later in the week. I would also like to add that I ordered this off of defalucy.com, and as of now they are sold out of this doll. And it comes in a little plastic bag. It's taped at the bottom. So this box is really heavy. Let me add, it is very, like, I would say like it's weighted like a Barbie Silkstone box or a Integrity Toys box. So this is the design of the box. It is very minimalistic, just like the doll is on the inside. I got this last week in the mail, but I was actually at my dad's house in Arizona, so I couldn't review it, but now I can. So it opens down here at the bottom. Now, I have not seen this doll, so I really hope that she is everything and more. This doll retailed for, I believe, $65. It's just wild to me that this doll started out as a Barbie clone. Miss Mayhem got a budget. I did take the bait and I did pay $65 for her. I wanted the original one with the auburn hair, who for all intents and purposes is the same doll, just with a different hair color. But I didn't feel comfortable at the time, like giving some stranger money for a doll that I'm not even sure like if I was gonna get or not. I say that, but I do it all the time on eBay, so. But since I ordered this off of defalucy.com, I felt a little bit more comfortable. You can buy Defa Lucy dolls actually on like AliExpress, or you can buy them off of Temu. They're gonna be the Playline versions. In some countries, you can find them as Britney.
It's Britney, bitch.
They're not going to be this collector version. This is like a new thing for her. Oh, wow. Oh my. Okay, let's just take her in. Now, I knew that she was gonna have a bit of attitude, and that's what I really like in some of my dolls. Check her out. She's got really soft lashes. Very soft, very exaggerated lashes. They remind me very much of the vintage Barbies.
Lashes are really for real.
They're not strip lashes like a Poppyparker or Integrity Toys doll or even Jean Marshall. They are rooted in there, just like the vintage mod Barbies. The tailoring looks really good on this doll so far, but I think to get a better look at her, we definitely are going to have to open her up.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
You can see everything she comes with. It's taking all I can do not to go ahead and just like touch the fabrics, but we'll get to it. But she is very reminiscent of a Barbie collector doll and or a Integrity Toys doll, for sure. Let's go ahead and get her out of the box. Let's see what's going on behind here. So it looks like we have a certificate of authenticity. So she is number 43 out of 888. So my doll was made pretty early. Okay. Please keep this collectible doll away from humidity, direct sunlight, and extreme temperatures to prevent mold, oxidation, and staining. Well, unfortunately, I live in Florida.
Boo! You stink!
So, I've already failed on that one. Let's see. Clean your doll as needed with a soft cloth or damp cotton swab, completely dried before storing. Each doll is handcrafted and assembled by our artisans. So small irregularities and variations are not considered defects. Note, hands and legs are not removable. Well, I'm glad that they said that, because I probably would have tried. There we go. So this is like very heavy cardstock. Mattel doesn't do this for you. They give you like a little flimsy printer paper. This is very heavy. Very, very heavy. So here we go. We can see the inside of the box. There's really nothing to it. So we'll put that back in the box. Let's look at the back. Let's see how she's put together. So we've got her base right there. and she's held in with plastic and a bunch of tape. Now, I wish that she was held in with ribbons, just like the Integrity Toys dolls, but you know, it's fine. I will survive. This will be okay. She's not going to stay in the box. But also another thing I would have liked, so you see like how her hair is very yellow? If I were to leave this in the box, I would love it if the back of the box were like a different color to the hair. So that way, you know, it would stand out more, like if it were a blue or if it were a red, or, and I know like that could stain the doll itself potentially, but I think like presentation wise, like box presentation wise, she would have stood out more and her hair would look a little bit better. But let's go ahead and get her out of the box. Okay. So these are remolds, I believe, from their Playline dolls. I was kind of hoping that they would have hinges on the end so that you could actually like close them up, but they don't. They're very extreme cat eye, but for the price, I would have loved it if they would have closed and not just been, you know, like Playline sunglasses. Also like the fact that they're like an extreme cat eye because it kind of goes with her entire look. So here is the little stand base. You know, like it is metal in some parts it does feel like plastic, but I believe that it's all metal. Am I impressed with it? Not really. It keeps like, it's not very tight, I will say, which makes me kind of fear that the doll might be this loose as well. I really hope not. But yeah, let's go ahead and get out the base and see what it's made of. Okay, so here is the base. It has a D and an L on it. It is actually made pretty well. There is that on the bottom. It feels like they glued tissue paper on the bottom so that way she could like slide on things and not scratch up anything, because these corners, they're pretty sharp. So just like a poppyparker stand, it just goes right into the peg, and then you can either extend this up, I believe, I hope. Oh my God. There you go. Yeah, you can extend this up to however tall the doll is. And it's a lovely presentation, honestly. I think it looks very chic. So let's go ahead and get the doll out and see what she's all about. So here Defa Lucy is out of her box. We'll go ahead and give her a 360. This is a first impression. So the bottom of her coattails are actually plastic tied in there with those little T-tabs. I hate them. Her hair is more of a yellow blonde. It's not really like a blonde that I personally would like to have. It is a brassy blonde, and she does have one of those old-fashioned cellophanes on her head, just like the vintage Barbie. So like she's so vintage Barbie like coated, this doll. It's actually quite insane. Now, as far as her first outfit goes, this is her first look, Miss Defa Lucy. I wish that she came with a extra fashion for the price. I really do. And I will tell you why. Because I would like to see a little bit more. I would like to see just what else they can do with this, because this outfit, it's nice. It's not giving me everything that I need in a doll, but that's okay. She's a fashion doll, which means it's up to you to make her into whatever you want her to be. So let's go ahead and take off the plastic wrap on the head if we can. Okay, there we go. We can kind of just like take a look at her hair. Now her hair quality is actually very nice. It is saran hair. Is it groundbreaking? No, it's not. Let's go and look at the rooting. I mean, it's rooted pretty well. I will say though that it just feels kind of sparse. Like it doesn't have a whole lot of volume to it. But I'm not mad at it. It gives it more of a realistic look. You know, not every doll has to have big, voluminous hair. This doll in particular, like she's really pretty. Now, I do kind of wish that I held out for the raven-haired or brunette, like whatever they do, because I think that this whole look would look better if she had like raven hair or brunette hair, just like a darker tone. I think it looks better. I feel like with a blonde, like you need a little pop of color. I do like what she's giving though, like in some ways, like to me, it reminds me of Audrey Hepburn in Funny Face. I believe that is the fashion that I'm referencing. Let's go ahead and open up her jacket. Okay, so it is with some metal snaps. Those are the closures that we have. Little metal snaps there. Let's go ahead and take it off. Okay. All right. So here we have her bodysuit. So this is an actual bodysuit. Okay. And it is made of a legging material. So it's made of a stretch jersey. Like, this is leggings that you could actually get in the store, like human. So this is actual like human-sized fabric. It's not shrunk down or anything. So that's cool. Oh, and on the back, she does have a zipper. Now that is a nice touch. Okay, so let's take a peek at what she's working with underneath. Let's see how close she is to an Integrity Toys body. She does seem to have arched feet, so that way you can put her in some different shoes. Now let's take a peek at her ears. So they do have that little plastic covering over top of the earrings, which I believe probably are removable. And they are, and they're just painted gold plastic. You can get a look at her face. Her face is so beautiful. I really like how pouty she is. She does appeal to me in that way. You know what? I really think that this doll would look really cute with like a bob. You know, like a brunette bob that looks like Audrey Hepburn. I think that that would be really pretty. Okay, so let's take off her jumpsuit and we will see what she looks like underneath. Now I'm hoping, because I do have some other Defa Lucy dolls, but I am hoping that she looks a little bit different compared between the $65 body to the $14 body. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. Okay, so we're gonna take this off like so. Okay. There's really not. The arms, I believe, are better. Slightly better. They're not as good as Integrity Toys, which I believe this is what this doll is referencing. The plastic has a weird texture to it. It does feel sturdy, but the joints feel brittle. Like, I'm honestly afraid to pose her that much. I love her hand sculpt. It's very beautiful. It's very elegant. Those hands are serving up class. But this cheap hollow plastic, and also something that I've noticed about Defa Lucy is that she does have the 2015 Barbie body torso, like where it's a bit thicker, so it's a little bit more of a rectangle. It doesn't really have that much of a shape to it. And by less of a shape, I mean it's not as snatched as I would like a fashion doll to be. Like snatched waist-wise. And she does have perma panties. Which doesn't scream luxury to me. So this is a literal swipe off of the Playline doll. And I can get my Playline doll and then we can compare the bodies side by side so that way we can get a better look. So here we have her legs. So her legs, cheap hollow uppers with nice quality actually. So like this right here, like her legs, or at least the bottom of the calf, it's a pretty sturdy plastic. She does share the same foot mold as the Playline dolls, the ones that have the arched foot, which is disappointing. I was kind of hoping that she would have like a hybrid Integrity Toys body. To me, that body feels like quality. Is it really quality? I mean, like it's comparable to this, like I'm gonna be honest. But there's something about their presentation that makes their dolls look really good, and it's all about execution and presentation. This doll is lacking in the body department, in my opinion. I think there's a reason why she's dressed from head to toe and you can't see any joints. It's because I think that they're trying to hide the fact that she does basically have their playline Defa Lucy body with new arms, and that's it. So that is a bit disappointing that I paid $65 for a $14 doll body. But let's go ahead and get my other Defa Lucy doll out, and I will show you a comparison between their bodies. Okay, so here she is compared to a Playline Defa Lucy doll. We have our Playline right over here, and then we have our designer doll right over here. So let me go ahead and just show you about these body types. They are literally the same. It's the same mold, just different skin tone. Let me tap. Sound test. Sound test. They're both very hollow. They're made of the same plastic. Don't like that. Upper thigh. The same plastic. I don't like that at all. Now, it does look like this doll is taller, and that is just because of the stand. The stand is very, very nice. I do like the stand. Okay, so like my one thing about Defa Lucy doll feet is like the lack of the arch and just like how it looks. Like it just doesn't look as polished and sweet as like I would want it to. I do like the fact that they have individual toes, but I'm not crazy about that. And you can see it on this doll as well. Like it's the same foot. And again, like I'm not crazy about it because it doesn't fit in the shoes that they always give Defa Lucy dolls. They always have like shoe problems. So their shoes are either too large or too small. They just don't fit. And if we go over here, we can see that the Playline dolls basically have remolds of Disney Store right here and then all the way down. So even Disney Store like stole the fashionista doll hands way back in the day. But that seems to be actually the only thing that's different are the hands. The hands are different. Nice touch. The plastics are different. So this doll has more of a bendy plastic, whereas this one is very hard. It's very stiff, almost feels like resin. And again, like to have something that feels like resin and then have it next to a cheap hollow torso just doesn't really do it for me. Integrity Toys does it so much better in that regard, where their plastics feel consistent, although you know they're not the same types of PVC plastic. If we look at their faces, they couldn't be any more different. I do think that this collector Defa Lucy doll is way more defined and is giving way more Integrity Toys, which definitely is the desired effect. Whereas the Playline doll is giving Barbie. Obviously, out of the two, which ones do I think was actually, made better? Obviously, the collector doll was made better, but was she made $65 worth better? No. I don't think so. Like, is she even worth $50? I don't know. I think like this doll would be worth more around $40. I think that would be a much more fair price than what she costs right now. Let's take a look at the jacket quality though, because that is really where this doll thrives. This is classic old 1960s Mattel construction. This is absolutely wonderful. They did an outstanding job on these fashions. Like these fashions are made of very nice and high quality fabrics. To me, this is where the budget went to, were the fashions. Say what you want about Defa Lucy as a doll. You can call her a cheap knockoff all you want. But they are actually giving us some execution right now where Mattel is not. Because we don't even get that quality of fashions for $95, let alone $65. So let's go ahead and get this collector doll back in her outfit, and then we can compare her with a Integrity Toys Poppy Parker doll. Okay, so here she is next to an Integrity Toys Poppy Parker doll. This is my poppyparker doll, Joyful in Japan. I got her way back when, around the time when she was new. And I believe at that time I bought her at a toy shop. And she was the most expensive doll at that time I had ever purchased. She held that price until I got my 1959 doll. And I bought her for my birthday, and I've loved her ever since. She has been a constant in my collection, and I just adore everything about her. Like, honestly, she is one of my most prized dolls. I have played with her a lot, let me tell you. I used to make her outfits all the time. She has been on several moves with me, so like, I'm going to compare one of my favorite dolls to Defa Lucy, so you have to forgive me, but to me, there's no competition. Integrity Toys still does blow it out of the water. Compared to the two, obviously they both have very different looks going for them. This one is going for a more urban type of look, something a little bit more androgynous, whereas this one is obviously meant to be in a kimono and of a particular style, a Japanese kimono. So they're serving two different looks. So we're going to show Defa Lucy some grace in that regard, but the poppyparker doll is a lot heavier than the Defa Lucy doll. And that is probably because she has a lot more joints than what this doll does. Like, for a doll that's $65 and is meant to resemble a Integrity Toys doll, even down to the stand, because this stand too is made of resin, and it does have the little metal pole coming out, and it's adjustable and such. So obviously you can tell that they are really trying to emulate an Integrity Toys doll with their new collection style. I do think that they have a lot of room for improvement. However, I do think that if they listen to feedback and they keep going in a good direction, I think that they eventually probably will get to the point where they will be another option compared to Integrity Toys. Do I think that they are going to take over Integrity Toys and their doll sales? No, I do not. But I do think that they are a comparable doll. I would like to see Defa Lucy more with like a poppyparker-esque body and or a just regular fashion royalty Integrity Toys doll body. I think that it would look a lot better than their Playline doll, and it would be a good way to differentiate the two a little bit better. I do like the fact that they gave her a new face mold, like her own face mold. I think that that is nice. I love the rooted eyelashes. I think they're really pretty, and again, they do resemble a fashion royalty doll. So let's go ahead and get down to the judgment, and let's see what I really think about her. All right, final judgment of Defa Lucy. What do I think of this new designer collector doll? I think she's really good. I do. I think that she's a very nice doll. I think that she was very well made. She does have a bit of a weight to her. I do like that. Her hair is of a nice quality. It is saran. It does need to have a little bit of a brush, but that's okay. My hair gets the same way. I will say that the hair quality on here, it's very nice, but it's very oily. So just check out for that, because you know, a lot of the Mattel dolls with saran hair, they feel more silky than oily. So that is just something to note. Her hair, the fiber just feels a little bit more oily to me. I love the stand. I love the fashion's construction. I do wish that it were just a teeny bit more interesting. I do like the stand, but is it like the best stand ever? No. I love the base most of all. I think that that's very creative, how it's in the shape of, you know, like a D and an L. I think that that's really sweet to look at. Her glasses, I wish that they had a hinge on them to where they could just be folded up and put in a pocket. I wish that these had a little bit of given them so that they were real pockets and you could put like the sunglasses in. It's really no big deal. It would have been really cool too, like an extra touch if she came with a designer looking bag. I think that would have been nice. Like a Birkin bag, or, you know, like something in style right now, like a Coach bag, you know, something very basic and something very stylish and expensive looking. I think that would have set it over the top. Fun fact, one of the first doll reviews that I ever made and filmed was actually of a Defa Lucy playline doll, and I never uploaded it because I couldn't figure out how to edit it. But yeah, that is a little fun fact that I just remembered. The rating that I would give this doll would probably be a 7.5 out of 10. She does have a lot of things going for her. I'm not like so upset that I paid, you know, money for her. I'm not like completely thrilled by the price point, but I do think that she's still a really nice doll, and I'm happy to have her in my collection. I'm also just like kind of happy to see like what I can do with her, just to like try her in different fashions and just see like how she looks and such. I would like it if they came out with like fashion packs so that you could dress them up in different fashions that were made of high quality, just as this. And I would definitely buy that in a heartbeat if they were cute fashions. Again, like I act like I can't make fashions.
And don't forget, I'm also just a girl.
But that is my Defa Lucy collector doll review.
What do you think, Smithers?
I think women and semen don't mix.
We know what you think.
What do you all think of her? Let me know down in the comments. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, please leave a like and a comment. Please share and please hit the bell notification so that you're notified whenever I upload new videos. And of course, please make sure that you are subscribed for new doll content every single week. I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day. Thank you all so much for watching my Defa Lucy doll review. Don't forget to come back later this week where I fix up an ideal Tammy doll. Bye-bye.